Jai Hind viewers, welcome back to the Global Strategic and Defense News. Today in Facts and Figures, I'm going to discuss how Strait of Hormuz is going to become President Donald Trump's Waterloo. We all are aware that on 18 June 1815, when Napoleon I was on a high crescendo of victories after victories in the wars he was waging, it was in the Battle of Waterloo that he was defeated, and what we know after that is pure history. The Strait of Hormuz is exactly becoming Donald Trump's Waterloo. In the run up to the Iran war, which started on 28 February this year, there were a lot of deliberations and discussions in the White House whether the energy crisis would happen once the war started. Many hawks in the White House said Iran will not target Strait of Hormuz. And even if the oil prices increase, they'll increase for few days and then they'll come down to normal rates. But they had miscalculated Iran's response. When the war started, Iran was clear that it was fighting two military superior armies, the American army and the Israeli army. And they took advantage of three things. One, terrain within the country, and Strait of Hormuz, through which the world's 20% oil and 25% gas passes. And the other, they knew they had time at their advantage. With time and terrain totally in the Iranians' favor, they are prepared for a long war. On the 10th of March this year, Agrachi, the Iranian foreign minister, has said whether the war takes 4 days, 4 weeks, or 4 months, or 4 years, we are ready for it. Trump should have understood that the Iran-Iraq war went on for 8 years. The Iranians didn't give up. During the great game between the Russian and the British empires, which lasted for 100 years from 1807 to 1907, Iran could never be subjugated by any superpower, be it the Russians or the Britishers. This is the kind of history, the kind of civilization which Iran has. And this is exactly where Donald Trump miscalculated. And the result we are seeing in every part of the world, every citizen is suffering. The rates of oil is going up. The rates of gas is going up. In India, too, we saw a few days back the rates of the LPG cylinder were increased. The rates of the commercial gas were increased. Today, the news has come that premium diesel has been increased. Premium petrol rates have been increased. Industrial diesel rates have been increased, though the normal petrol and the normal diesel rates haven't been touched so far. But the way the things are going, every country is suffering badly. Philippines gets 90% of its oil from Middle East. Japan gets 70%. And despite Donald Trump requesting his NATO allies, other countries to come and open the Strait of Hormuz, no country is willing to come forward because they know the Strait of Hormuz is going to be a deadly trap for them if they send the navies there. In fact, on the 17th of March, General Don McCain, who is the Chief of Joint Staff of the American military, was asked by Donald Trump in White House that why the US Navy doesn't go to open the Strait of Hormuz, to which General Don McCain said, if we go, it'll be disaster. We'll be sitting ducks. Because one IRGC soldier on a small speedboat can come and plant a mine on the hull of the warship. And that is it. Even to control the Strait of Hormuz, the land occupation or the ground invasion of Iran is necessary because Iran has got about 1,400-kilometer long sea coast. And from the sea coast, they can fire at any warship which is going there to protect the Strait of Hormuz. It is not only the waters which have to be made secure, the land has to be physically occupied. Then only the Strait of Hormuz can be, protected or taken under control, which is impossible without the ground invasion. There's a famous British general who once remarked that war is too serious a business to be left to the politicians. He was absolutely correct. War isn't an easy business. It is very complex, very complicated, a lot of factors go in. Those who have worn the uniform know how wargaming is done, how sand model discussions are done, how map exercises are conducted. In fact, 7 days before the war was to start on 21st February, in the final briefing for the 28th February war, General Don McCain told Trump not to wage a war on Iran as it would be disaster for America. Trump did not listen to him. 3 days later, that is 4 days before the war started, Nate Swanson, who was the advisor on Iran affairs in the White House, told Donald Trump not to go in for the war on Iran. Trump admonished him, and the same day, Nate Swanson resigned. And 4 days later, on 28th February, the war started. Today is the 21st day, and there's no end to war in sight because, like I said, Iran has the advantage of time and terrain. So, with the Strait of Hormuz not opening up, the Strait of Hormuz totally in the Iranian control, this is proving to be the nemesis for Donald Trump. Because country after country, leader after leader now is pressurizing US and Donald Trump to end this war. Because for how much rich you are, how much poor one is, two things are very critical for every human: oil and gas. You need gas to cook your food. You need oil to travel from one place to the other. If the oil prices goes up, the cost of eggs, bread, butter, everything goes up. Because if the transportation cost goes up, the price of every item and commodity goes up. So for Trump, the Strait of Hormuz is proving to be the Waterloo, what it proved to Napoleon I. It's a blunder Donald Trump did by attacking Iran. The price which every global citizen, every country the world over is paying today. Thank you so much. As always, I'll request you to like the show, forward it as much as you can. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't so far. And the most important, give your comments because comments really help me take this channel, this program forward. Thank you once again. Jai Hind.